before 10 o'clock. I love the segment we're about to do because it interfaces. I'm going to use that word. I don't know if it's the right use of the word, but it interfaces with a Facebook page. And the Facebook page is what I would recommend as you're listening to our next segment because you'll be able to see what she is talking about. And she is on the phone. She is Laurie Williams. She's with Bob Wine's Community Gardens and Nursery. We've had her on before. And what really is, to me, I love radio, but gardening is a very, very visual thing. So let me go to the thing, and I want to tell something to Laurie. The very first picture that came up is in my yard, Robin. Not the actual plant isn't, but one just like it. But it's not as pretty as that one. So that's what I want to ask. Lots of stuff happening over at Bob Wine's. Good morning, Laurie. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good. But okay, so the first picture on your Facebook page is a bougainvillea, right?
I knew you were going to say something about that.
Did you? Now, am I saying it right? Bougainvillea? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I say bougainvillea.
Oh, bougainvillea. Okay. Oh, I want to say it right. Okay. So now I have one of these at my home, and they're horrible because they've got so many thorns, and they've got a beautiful flower, but it only happens when I let it go wild, and then the homeowners association says, "Hey, you got to cut your plants." So how do is there a way to keep this looking nice for the homeowner guys and then at the same time have flowers like the pretty picture you have here?
Yeah, you need to come in and we have a fertilizer. It has a really high middle number. That middle number is what helps make things bloom, and it'll help put out leaves also. But it's a Fertilome product. It's called Blooming and Rooting Fertilizer, and the middle number is like 58. It's super high, but it's really good to make all your stuff blooming. It's kind of like a Miracle-Gro product, but it's better. And it's water soluble. You mix it with water, like 1 scoop to a gallon of water, and you can pour it around. You can do it once a week or once every couple weeks, and it'll help get it blooming for you and get it pretty again.
Wow, that's amazing.
That sounds easy. I was thinking you were going to tell me something that was going to be hard to do. So that's
not at all.
So that's easy to do. Okay, I'm going to do that. But the thorns on that thing are like the thorn of Christ. I mean,
yeah, they hurt.
They will go through the sole of your shoe. I am not kidding.
Yes.
Oh man, they're horrible. So anyway, but everybody loves it. Everybody says, "Oh, I love your bougainvillea."
Yes, exactly. They're not the one out there trimming it, are they?
It's pretty but deadly.
I'm thinking the person who planted it put it there so people wouldn't be looking in the window because you don't want to step on that plant.
No.
Right.
Because I inherited it, but yeah, every plant I have, I inherited. I got a banana plant right now, by the way, that is starting to grow bananas. Isn't that cool?
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
You saw my
really
picture?
Neat when they do that. Yeah, I saw your picture on Facebook.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Last year was the first time I actually ate the bananas from a banana plant. I put them in a bag with an apple.
And they taste very good too, don't they? Different than you get at the store.
They were very good. Yes, I brought them in here. They were not pretty. Mm-hmm. But they tasted good. Yeah, they were like ugly. They weren't Chiquita pretty, but pretty isn't everything, right?
That's right, exactly.
So how are you? How's everything? Robin gave me a list of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of new stuff that we've gotten in here just in the last few days. We were out yesterday and picked up a bunch of stuff we got in. Actually, yesterday we had a big delivery that came in with a bunch of new pottery. And it has a lot of new colors in it, great colors. We've been selling a lot of the pottery, so we just got a new shipment of that in. Also, we've got in some nice hibiscus plants, and we sell a lot of butterfly and hummingbird plants also. People are
I want a hummingbird. I can tell you, I think I've seen a hummingbird 3 times in my life, and they never stick around. They're like, was that a bug? No, that was a bug.
Exactly, yes.
So, they will actually stick around with these plants?
Yeah, they really will. I know at the nursery we have Mexican firebush, and it doesn't matter where we put them in the nursery, what table we put them on, they always find the Mexican firebush. And there's other stuff too, but it's just amazing. It doesn't matter from year to year where I put them; they always find those Mexican firebushes.
So Mexican firebush, I got to get that.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Is that a hard to take care of plant?
No, it is super easy, and it grows very fast. It'll get quite large, but there's also dwarf ones. The ones that get quite large, if we have a hard freeze, they'll freeze, but you just cut them back, and they come right back with a vengeance. They do very well.
Okay, tell me your name again.
Then there's
Mexican what? No.
Mexican firebush.
Mexican firebush. Mm-hmm. All right, gonna show
And
up.
then there's pintas. Pintas are really good too for hummingbirds and butterflies. And milkweed. Milkweed is a great one for monarch butterflies. We sell a lot of milkweed
For butterflies.
because the caterpillars will get on those, and then they they eat the leaves, and then they do their little cocoon thing right there on the leaves.
Oh,
of them.
right.
And then the butterflies come, so they're really cool also.
Can people leave them in the pots, or do they have to plant these in the ground?
No, you can leave them in a pot, or you can put them in the ground either way. And they will drop seed and start new ones also.
Oh, okay.
What about the vegetables? It says on my list here, spring veggies. I should start doing this.
Yes, this time of the year we've got a great selection of vegetable plants: tomatoes, peppers, squash, eggplants, collards, cabbage, lettuce. Almost anything you can imagine.
See,
different
I like
types
lettuce.
of tomatoes.
We have these nutritional guys on, and I always tell them I love lettuce. When I go to the Subway, I get like double the lettuce, and they always say, what is it called? The iceberg lettuce?
Yes.
The iceberg lettuce has no nutrition.
It's the worst lettuce.
It's what they say, but how could rabbits live on this stuff, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They must eat an awful lot of it.
I don't know, but I don't know. It adds to the experience of eating.
Sure.
So I'll get my vitamins from the tuna fish.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
You have something on that I didn't realize you have is metal artwork.
Yeah, that's really cool. We have it's really neat. Some of it is like we have like a little cow, and we have like a little ant, and they're like riding a bicycle, and they have like a little basket. You can put a plant in the basket.
Oh.
Or we've got some other stuff too. We've got some little sunflowers that are metal artwork, and some suns and some moons and stuff that they've done. So we've got a lot of neat stuff, a lot of different stuff.
I have a picture in my head of a cow and an ant riding a bicycle.
You should come see it. I'll have to get Marianne to take a picture and put it on the page for us.
Oh, I got to come by.
Oh, yeah.
I want to come get a Mexican firebush, and I want to get this fertilizer with the big number in the middle.
Yes. You'll be amazed if you come out to the nursery. But and it's funny because our name is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. People think of all we have are camellias, but we have 5.5 acres, and we have a lot of camellias, but we have a lot of other stuff too. So
oh my gosh,
it's really
my neighbor loves African violets, and you have that on your list, and they're an outstanding plant. But boy, she knows how to take care of them. It's something special you have to do to them.
You're exactly right. You have to have just the right spot for them too.
Mm-hmm.
So I should
semi-retire. That fertilizer that we were talking about for your bougainvillea is also a really good fertilizer for the African violets too. We sell a lot of it for the violets. It works very well.
Is it the color? I mean, does that color?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So that big number in the middle means this color happens.
Right, exactly. It helps them bloom. Gives them a lot of color.
Wow, it's such a pretty color, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. I should retire halfway. I'll just halfway retire. Joe, I'm going to take half the time off from now on.
Do you have suggestions to people that have like tiny ponds in their yard as to what kind of foliage to put around the ponds?
That's what I want.
Yeah. We help people. A lot of people will come in and they'll take a picture of what they're wanting to do and some measurements, and we can help them with what to put around them or what to do. And then they buy the fertilizer, the chemicals, and everything from us. And if they need us to, we can install them for them also.
Oh,
just give them the ideas,
Do you need an outdoor electrical outlet if you have an outdoor pond? You have to have some kind of thing working the pump, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I have one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking about taking it out. Maybe I'll keep it there, but just make it so it doesn't fall into the pond.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd want that to happen.
You have trees. We always talk about the fact that you actually put in the trees. That's got to be a big job. When somebody comes and buys a tree, who's the guy that gets the word? Hey, we got to put a tree in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you do? Drive a truck with a big crane or something?
Yeah, not usually. We have a trailer. We put them on the trailer and we deliver them to you and install them. Yeah, they just usually do it with a shovel and an axe if that's what it takes, so.
And is there special ground that you also bring with the trees to plant in the already existing soil?
Yeah, usually we have potting soil that we bring, and it's a good potting soil that has a good starter fertilizer in it. And then we'll bring the pine bark or the cypress mulch to put around it once it gets planted. And then so we deliver them, we install them, and we also guarantee them if we're installing them. They get like a 6-month guarantee if we put them in the ground for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Have you been looking at this live video streaming feed of this giraffe getting ready to have a baby?
I saw that. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw it was on there, but I didn't click on it and watch it yet.
They took it off. YouTube took it off because of nudity.
No.
Yes, but they must have got a false alarm. They took it off, but then they put it back on. I guess they didn't.
I was going to say that makes no sense.
I mean, the whole world is looking at it, but YouTube didn't know about it apparently. So I was thinking I could get a Mexican firebush, put a little camera there, right, and then call it a hummingbird cam.
Oh, there you go. You're
exactly.
perfect.
Anybody? It's probably somebody doing it already, right? Probably.
Well, you
Probably
could do
somewhere.
Nobody's doing it in your yard.
No, nobody's doing it in my yard.
So that's a good thing.
Although I think somebody last night was doing something in my yard. I heard these owls. I got to tell you this before you go. I heard these owls. I know there's a guest. Okay, she's going to talk about suicide. I'd rather talk to you, Laurie. All right. I heard these owls, and I was thinking this sounds cool, but I bet it's bad news for the mice. I'm guessing they were having a feast.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Go to Bob Wynn's Community Gardens and Nursery. If you know where it is, then good for you. If you don't, it's at 2610 Southeast 38th Street. Right? Did I say that right,
Yes.
Laurie? Okay.
You got it.
All right, and I will come out and get the thing with the middle number and then the Mexican firebush.
Sounds good.
Tell everybody we said hi. Thank you, Laurie.
I will. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, we'll be right back.
On top of the world, Ocala's premier active adult community has done it again. And this time, it's bigger and better than ever before. 10 new, never-before-seen decorated models will make their debut on Saturday, February 25th at 10 a.m. 5 exciting new plans from our maintenance-free Premier Series, and 5 big new designs from our Estate Series in one convenient model center. Mark your calendars for the can't-miss Model Grand Opening event. On Top of the World has all the lifestyle amenities you want right here. Enjoy over 300,000 square feet of air-conditioned recreational fun, plus over 181 acres of outdoor amenities. Join us on Saturday, February 25th, 10